How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to my channel, The Cosmic Wonder, where we talk about everything relating to the MCU. And today we have some really big news about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in the MCU. Now, we know that a She-Hulk Disney Plus Marvel Studios series is coming, but we really haven't heard anything after Avengers Endgame about the Hulk in the MCU. But today we have a lot more information thanks to Mark Ruffalo himself. Yesterday was C2E2, the Chicago Comic-Con and Entertainment Expo, and Mark Ruffalo himself showed up and talked about the future of the Hulk. And from what he said, it looks like the future is very, very bright for the Hulk in the MCU. So we're going to go over everything that he talked about, everything that was revealed yesterday. And that is him returning to the MCU, a solo Hulk film, and who truly owns the rights to a solo Hulk film, Universal or Marvel Studios. Preliminary talks about him appearing as the Hulk in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series, and of course, Hulk versus Wolverine. If you're new, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on everything relating to the MCU, and so you can enter my giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox One or a PS4. I'm picking a winner at 550,000 subscribers. Just be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. So to start off at C2E2, Mark Ruffalo actually talked about what he himself would like to see Bruce Banner / the Hulk do in the MCU. He described where this new movie or show would start off at after Avengers Endgame and where he'd want to take it. Now, he revealed yesterday that Universal actually still does own the rights to a solo Hulk film. There was some talks a couple of months ago that stated that the rights to the Hulk may have gone back to Marvel Studios, but Mark Ruffalo made it very clear that Universal still has those rights to a solo film. So Mark Ruffalo said that if they were to do a solo Hulk project, it would have to be a show either on Disney Plus or elsewhere. He revealed that even though Universal owns the rights to the solo property, they can do a solo Hulk project if it's streaming or on a TV series, which he said he would do given the opportunity to lend his creative chops to a series, whether it be on Disney Plus or television. He said, maybe we make it into a series and we jump through the Universal. Universal owns the rights to the Hulk as a standalone movie, so that's really why we can't make one. But we can do a TV show. And this is where Mark Ruffalo states that if he had his way for the Hulk TV show, this is how he would do it. And keep in mind, Mark Ruffalo has met with Kevin Feige at least a couple of times that we know of to talk about the Hulk's future in the MCU. So this very well could be what we can expect. When talking about what a Hulk TV show would look like, he said, I'd probably kind of start him off on the run again a little bit. I think that really works, and in this new digital age, we're all surveilled. That might be kind of an interesting dimension to how he stays on the run. That's probably where we'd start. Him deciding, I don't want to do this anymore, but it's hard now because he's the professor. He's hard to hide. This is a little bit of a different direction than I think most people expected the Hulk story arc to continue from. It's after Avengers Endgame, he performed the snap, his arms hurt, but he brought everybody back. And it is Professor Hulk, it's not the normal Hulk that we know. And Mark Ruffalo makes it very clear here that the Hulk that we have right now currently after Avengers Endgame is still Professor Hulk. But the Hulk being on the run is a reoccurring storyline from the comics. And according to Mark Ruffalo, that's something that we could see play out on screen in a series. Now, it is worth noting that Mark Ruffalo does not say Disney Plus, he simply says television show. And this is because it is possible for the Hulk to get a TV show that's not on Disney Plus. Recently, ABC has revealed that they are talking with Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, about developing a Marvel TV series for their network. So it is very well possible that the plans for the Hulk television show could be on this network because we know that there are a lot of Disney Plus shows coming. And Mark Ruffalo stated that he is probably going to be on the She-Hulk series. At the expo, he said there is talk about his Hulk potentially showing up in the She-Hulk series, but talks are preliminary. So they're talking about working him into the She-Hulk series, which makes perfect sense because in the comics, Jennifer Walters is Bruce Banner's cousin. She gets in an accident, and in order to save her life, Bruce Banner does a blood transfusion with her, and she gets the ability to turn into She-Hulk. So it makes sense that he would be in it. But of course, the big bomb was about Hulk versus Wolverine. Now, keep in mind that even though Universal owns the rights to a Hulk solo film, that doesn't mean that the Hulk can't show up in a movie. It simply has to be a team-up movie, and they can't name the movie The Hulk. This is why the Hulk was able to be in Thor Ragnarok. It was really a Thor and Hulk film, but they called it Thor Ragnarok, which allowed him to be in the film. So they still can do a movie that has the Hulk and Wolverine in it. And Mark Ruffalo said that he wants to do it. He went on to say in the expo, "To be totally honest with you, I want to see the the movie where Banner and Hulk ultimately have to battle it out, and then the Professor is sort of a brainchild of that. He went on to say, "Kevin Feige, are you listening? We want Professor Hulk. The only person in the universe that Hulk is afraid of is Banner, and I want to see the ultimate showdown between the two of them, and maybe Wolverine." This is not the first time that Mark Ruffalo has stated that he wants to do a film with Wolverine. Now, the first part of what he said is talking about the Hulk and Banner. He wants to see that dynamic play out, but that's not what a whole entire movie is going to be about. Because they still are the same person, right? They're still the same body. The Hulk can't fight Bruce Banner physically because they are one body. So when he talks about he wants to see that and then Wolverine, that's all the same film. Perhaps Wolverine is the only person who can truly get the Hulk to come out again now that Bruce Banner and the Hulk are Professor Hulk. Everyone, of course, was pretty disappointed that in Avengers Endgame we didn't get to see the Hulk out. And based off of everything that we know, that's done for the most part. Professor Hulk is in control of his anger. Banner actually did a pretty lousy job of acting like the Hulk hulking out. So if we want to revisit the true nature of the Hulk, the angry Hulk smash machine, someone or something is going to have to bring that out. And that person, of course, is Wolverine. A lot of us expected it when Nat died in Avengers Endgame, but that didn't happen. And that would really be the only other thing that could get the Hulk to Hulk out. So we're left with Wolverine. And now, of course, Disney and Marvel Studios own the rights to the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and Galactus. And Kevin Feige officially mentioned at San Diego Comic-Con that the mutants are headed to the MCU. But we know that Marvel Studios does not want to be the same as the Fox X-Men, and we know they're not going to introduce them in one big X-Men film. They're going to gradually introduce the X-Men in other films first. And again, this is not the first time that Mark Ruffalo has mentioned that he wants to do a Wolverine film, and there have been reports in the past that have said Marvel Studios is considering doing a Hulk versus Wolverine film. Back last year in August of 2019, Mikey Sutton, an insider in the community, posted about a Hulk vs. Wolverine film. And he said in a post, "I've been hearing this for a while now, but the smoke is becoming a red-hot fire. Marvel Studios is discussing a Wolverine vs. Hulk film. Notice I placed Wolverine ahead. This won't be a Hulk movie because Universal has the rights to a Hulk solo film, which is why Thor Ragnarok wasn't Planet Hulk, because basically it was the Planet Hulk storyline. According to my inside sources, they want to use the recent Immortal Hulk rendition of the character in the comic books. Who will be Wolverine? Or, depending on many years this will take, is Mark Ruffalo still the Hulk?" Well, considering the fact that Mark Ruffalo yesterday was talking about returning to the MCU and reprising his role as Bruce Banner / the Hulk, possibly in an upcoming TV show or team-up film, and he mentioned Wolverine, I'm guessing that he's still going to be playing the Hulk. And according to Mikey, this has been talked about for some time now, and Mark Ruffalo has name-dropped Wolverine in an interview that was documented twice. So it certainly seems like this is definitely something that could possibly happen if everything goes right. And again, Mikey's words were very careful. He put Wolverine in front of the Hulk because, as Mark Ruffalo just said yesterday, Universal still does own the rights to a solo Hulk film. But this does not mean that he cannot appear in a team-up film, so this is very possible. And then, not to mention, we have reports that Red Hulk is going to be coming to the MCU as well via the Thunderbolts. And this doesn't really come as that big of a surprise either. Thunderbolt Ross has been a part of the MCU since the very beginning, since the Incredible Hulk. And ever since then in the MCU and of course in the comics, he wants to get his hands on Super Serum. And of course the side effects of him experimenting with the serum on himself turn him into Red Hulk. In the Black Widow trailer, they showed Thunderbolt Ross, and it's widely expected that the Black Widow film is going to have to do with this serum. The serum is most likely going to be used to enhance the Black Widows, and this is most likely why Thunderbolt Ross is going to be in the movie. That and to hunt Natasha down after the Sokovia Accords, but they do show him in the past. There's an incredibly young, de-aged version of him in the trailer, and this is most likely when he is looking for that super serum. And this will lead into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, which is reported to introduce the Thunderbolts, which is where we will see Red Hulk. So it's also very possible that we could see the Hulk go up against the Red Hulk. So as you can see, there are just tons of possibilities about the future of the Hulk in the MCU. And Mark Ruffalo is seemingly very open about returning to play the character, and he has a lot of ideas about what they can do with his story arc. We know that he's met with Kevin Feige a couple of times, and we know that in between he said that he'd like to see a Wolverine film. He has since since then met with Kevin Feige. And we know the mutants are coming to the MCU, so hopefully a Hulk versus Wolverine film could happen. And it seems like when this film does happen, Mark Ruffalo is going to be the Hulk. So who would you like to see play Wolverine? There's a lot of talks about Henry Cavill rumored to be meeting with Marvel Studios about playing Wolverine, but who would you like to see? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you can stay up to date on everything relating to the MCU. Join my Discord if you'd like to talk about Marvel to fellow superhero lovers, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.